Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to talk about why you're probably not smart enough to outsmart your government. I'm going to show you that when you play stupid with the feds, it's a very different level of danger that comes with your stupidity. So before we get into it, please, I want to make sure that you are all aware of the various scams going on out here. I know they look enticing to some of you, right? I know it's a good look when you see the scammers driving around in luxury, right? I know it's a great look when you see them purchasing homes with all the money that they thought was free. But just ask yourself, is lying and defrauding the government worth you being worried about dropping the soap for the rest of your life? Is it worth it? A question you may want to consider. Okay, let's get into it. So, for this particular story, we got to take a trip to Los Angeles, California. The place everybody with the BBL and the chiseled jawline wants to be, right? And our story today revolves around a guy I've never heard of, and chances are neither have you. But I know of a group of people that have heard of this guy. And I know a group of people that know him very well. And that group name starts with FB and ends with I. So let's read all about it. So, an article here. The headline is California man sentenced to over 11 years for $27 million worth of PPP loan fraud. A Southern California man was sentenced today to 135 months, the equivalent of 11 years and 3 months in prison for submitting fraudulent applications seeking money from the Paycheck Protection Program, submitting false statements to a financial institution, and money laundering. Robert Benlevy, age 53. Believe me, age 53 is a long time. At age 53, you don't want to spend 11 years in prison, right? That's the wrong time to go. Robert, you probably should have did this when you were age 23. But let's continue. Robert Benlevy, 53 of Encino, was convicted by a federal jury of bank fraud, making false statements to a financial institution, and money laundering on March the 28th. According to court documents and evidence presented at trial, Benlevy submitted 27 PPP loan applications to 4 different banks between April and June of 2020 on behalf of 8 companies solely owned by Benlevy. In the applications, Benlevy sought a total of $27 million in forgivable PPP loans guaranteed by the Small Business Administration, or in other words, the SBA, under the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security, in other words, CARES Act. And in his fraudulent application, it says Benlevy represented that each of his companies had 100 employees, an average monthly payroll of $400,000, even though he knew that the companies did not have any employees or payroll expenses at all. There is more. There is more to this. It says Benlevy was seeking $27 million in forgivable PPP loans guaranteed by the CARES Act. We just read that. Some of the companies he used in the application were iStellar Health LLC, Best Ways to Health LLC, and Joyous Health for You LLC. I got to give it to him. His companies at least sounded better than a lot of what y'all chose out there. A lot of the names y'all came up with out there were ridiculous, right? I got to give it to him. At least he came up with some names that actually sound like they could possibly be a business. So he gets points for that. So for those of y'all that don't know, the PPP loan program, which I'm pretty sure all of y'all heard about by now, but this program was designed to help small businesses pay their employees that have fallen on hard times because of the effects of the pandemic. And what happened was the application process for the PPP loan was so simple, right? It was so purposely simply put together so that people could easily fill it out and get what they needed and get the funds that they needed, that scammers everywhere noticed this too. It did not slip by their scamming ass radars, and they decided, you know what? I got a small business too. Little John LLC. But let's read more. It says he is accused of falsely representing that he would use the funds to pay payroll and business expenses, but he used them for personal expenses instead. Ben Levy is charged with 6 counts each of bank fraud and making false statements in a loan application and 4 counts of money laundering. Jesus Christ. Ask yourself, is this type of shit worth it? Is it worth you checking over your shoulder, looking over your shoulder every time you drop the soap? It says each count of bank fraud and false statements in a loan application this is the important part. I need y'all to pay attention to this, right? All you scamming ass motherfuckers out there who think that the government ain't coming for y'all, listen to this. Each count of bank fraud and false statements in a loan application carries a maximum penalty of 30 years in federal prison, and the money laundering counts each carry a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. So this is a great example to use for all of you people that are listening to these finance people come on and tell you all how to lie on your credit applications as well, right? They come in, they tell y'all to lie about shit. To get rid of the bad marks that are on your credit reports, they tell y'all to lie. It is fraud. You can go to jail. See, this is the thing that gets me. It's people like this guy. I hope he never sees the light of day again. And you all can call me a hater or jealous or what the hell ever. But what you can't call me is inmate. Some of you all that participated in the PPP loan fraud proved that you wouldn't know what to do with money if you had it. Because what was the first thing y'all did? Go buy a luxury car, jewelry, a bunch of depreciating assets that ain't worth the money you paid for it the moment you left out of the door. And you wonder why Tesla's year in finance was so great. Y'all thought it was safe. And a lot of you were so arrogant in your fraud that you even started trolling the government by naming your businesses things like Get This Money LLC. One of y'all were even bold enough to go at the government to say, fuck the government LLC. Unbelievable. And if anyone was to ever ask me if I feel sorry for the people that are going to be fitted with a special orange jumpsuit, my answer is hell no.
What's that? What'd you say? What's that?
What did you say? Hell no.
But these people have lives. They have children. Yo, zoom in so the camera can see me clearly. Turn the volume up. Kids. Little Jennifer. Little Billy. Little John John. Your moms and dads are going to jail. They have kids though. They have kids. Yep. And so do I. Which is why I take my ass to work every day to provide for them with legal money. You didn't just steal from the government. You stole from every tax-paying citizen that has to spend hours and days away from their families to provide some sort of life for them and food in their mouths and a roof over their heads, while you got to live a life of luxury and freedom. Or in other words, you were living your best life, right? Right? So you damn right. You damn right I hope they get every single one of y'all that they can get their hands on, because it's absolutely what you deserve. And who could forget Lakeisha Golden, the special idiot that scammed the government and then had the audacity to go create a GoFundMe to pay back the money she stole. I mean, if nothing else, you got to give it to her. She has a set on her, right? And people actually donated money to the fund. I believe she ended up raising something like over $4,000 for this bullshit. And on her GoFundMe page, she was begging and saying how she needed help, that she couldn't go to jail because she had kids. Well, maybe she'll be able to use some of that GoFundMe money for commissary to send them kids something nice, like something she crocheted or what the hell ever. Moral of the story is, if you think you're smarter than the government, chances are they've probably got someone on their team that's smarter. So when they come knocking on your door to ask you why Get This Money LLC didn't exist before the PPP loan program, make sure you have a great story and an even better attorney. But listen, These are my thoughts. Remember, my people, remember, if it sounds like it's too good to be true, it's because in all likelihood it probably is. Just invest diligently and responsibly, and you will be a lot better off than Lakeisha Golden.
What it's gonna be, you coming with me? Hail Mary, that's one quick scene. No Tupac, but I know who shot you. And it ain't Big Papa, Phantom of the Opera. Catch me in that all-white mask. Put the flags half-mast, cause it's gonna get tragic. And we running out of cash, so I'm coming for the loot. I don't wanna have to shoot.